Hey everyone, I am so excited to do this tonight with my friend Courtney. This is a Zoom for anybody who has not yet promoted to Ruby. I am so grateful that Courtney decided to do this with me. I don't know if anyone else is paying attention, but Courtney has been popping rubies left and right. I see a few of them on our Zoom tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. But I have so many women on my team right now that it just feels like, and I know it's so funny because I've been in this business for almost 6 years. I know Courtney's been in the business for a long time. Like when you've been in the business for so long and maybe you've gone emerald, diamond, double, triple, presidential, like you look at a ruby chart now and maybe it doesn't seem so intimidating, but drop me a one if you haven't gone ruby yet and you're looking at a ruby chart and it's like a little intimidating to you. Like the idea of gaining enough momentum to promote, having teammates under you. It can be scary when you first come out. I remember that Ruby was my first goal. Like that was my first goal when I started the business. For how many of us, it's like you just want that extra somewhere between $300 to $500 a month and how much that means to you. And so it really is a life-changing rank because, and this is something that we're going to talk about on this Zoom, but once you go Ruby, it's almost like you sort of unlock this like crazy, like, oh man, like, wait, like if I can go Ruby, like maybe I can go Emerald, maybe I can go Diamond. But I think that Ruby is really that first crucial step in your business. It makes you a leader, it gives you a team, it gives you a taste of what promoting takes. And so it does take mindset and it does take effort, but in that same breath, I don't think either me or Courtney would tell you that it's impossible for anyone to go from where you are right now and go Ruby by the end of the month. Like it's only the 6th, you guys. Like there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't take the next 25 days and go Ruby, regardless of where you are in your business right now. So I'm really excited to have this Zoom as a resource for our teams on this topic because Courtney has just been crushing it, helping her people go Ruby. So Courtney, I'm gonna have you unmute yourself. You can, you don't have to tell like your full story, just maybe introduce yourself, who you are, how long you've been with the business, your current rank, all that, and then kind of talk about just kind of what you've been doing to help your new distributors come in and go Ruby. And I'll stop you if I think of anything, but I'm just going to kind of let you take it.
Yeah, awesome. And then let me know, guys, in the chat if like I start breaking up at all, just because I'm on my hotspot right now. The Wi-Fi at the campground I'm at is like not that great. So I had a couple Zooms today and they were like, I was like robotic. So just definitely let me know if I start sounding like a robot. But my name is Courtney Van Auken. I've done this for 4 years now. And it was like a side gig for me at first. I just want that extra income, kind of like if you're a brand new distributor right now, I'm sure that's what you're here for, right? Just a couple extra $100 a month from your phone. Why not, right? Groceries, date nights, dog food, all those things that you could be affording with that extra couple $100 a month. And then it became a full-time income for me when I actually was laid off from my corporate job. And I decided in that moment I was triple diamond, making insert income disclosure statement, an average of like $10,000 a month. And I said, I don't want to go back to the corporate world. Like I wasn't happy there. I wasn't fulfilled there. I was more fulfilled making my own schedule and helping other people, right? So know right now that you're in a business right now that you can help other people. You're starting to make an income for yourself, but you're going to help other people make an income. And that's going to really take you to that next level. And then I went presidential, and that's one step away from the top of the company going ambassador. And it's just been a crazy ride since. We started traveling full-time in a motorhome in October, which the freedom that this business gives you. And I was just reading this in a book called Think Like a Monk. So if you haven't got that book yet, Jay Shetty is speaking at our conference this September. He wrote a book called Think Like a Monk, and Cami is starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow on her Facebook a book club. So definitely tune in and get that book if you haven't, or the audiobook. But he says in there, he talks about freedom, and he talks about like freedom is having the choice, right? Freedom is having a choice. So for me, and for all of you guys, making this extra income gives you that choice, right, of how you want to spend your time. You don't have to go to that bar job until 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to pick up a side gig and be away from your kids or your family or your significant other, whatever that is for you. You can do something from your phone at home, and that's going to give you that choice. So once you hit the Ruby rank, right? Ruby rank is 3 people on your team. So you're helping not just yourself anymore, but you're helping 3 other people make an income as well, right? And we know with these amazing bonuses the company has to offer that if you're getting customers every week this month, you'll get an extra $100. So who do you know right now that would want an extra like $300, $400 this month just getting some customers? And they can do that, but simply, right? You can do this business simply from sending messages, getting hosts to post up, doing these normal daily tasks. And once you help someone else do that with you, you're going to start building to Ruby. And Ruby is the first rank, like Hope was just saying, that once you unlock Ruby, you can go from Ruby all the way to the top of the company because it's just rubies. Literally every rank, Emerald has 2 rubies under you. Diamond has 3 rubies, right? And it just keeps going up from there. So once you unlock Ruby for yourself, you'll be able to teach other people to do it too. Want to help all that I can.
I was gonna say too, I have a Ruby chart. Do you want me to like share screen?
Yeah.
Oh, because we were just talking about it. So hold on.
Yeah, I had it up too, but I couldn't share. I was trying to.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. So this is what the Ruby chart looks like, you guys. I have so many people who are like, "Where is this?" This is in your eSuite under Document Library. If for some reason you don't have your eSuite active right now, just let me or Courtney or whoever sent you this video know, and we can make sure that you get this. But this is what the chart looks like, and the chart isn't. Your team isn't always necessarily going to look like your chart, but your chart is what you need to promote. And so if the red dot is you, that means you need 3 distributors, teammates under you, 1, 2, 3, and you need them to be a qualified leg. And qualified leg just means they have at least 400 group volume. So when when you have 1 distributor here with 400, 1 distributor here with 500, 1 distributor here with 600, and then your guys' total group volume, which includes you, has to hit 2,000 to go Ruby. So if you need this chart or if you don't know where it is, please let us know, because this is how you're going to know exactly how much you need to get there from where you are currently. So if you're a brand new distributor with no customers and new teammates, you know what you need. If you do have some teammates and some customers on your team already, work with your upline to figure out where you sit on this chart and have them help you fill it out and show you how to fill it out so that you know how to do it. Because after Ruby, like she said, after you go Ruby, then two of these people who are already on your chart, you're going to help them go Ruby, and that's how you're going to go Emerald. And then it literally just from Ruby all the way up to Ambassador Diamond, it's just more rubies and just continuously building rubies.
Yeah, and Chastity, I saw you in the chat that you're tired of seeing people struggle like you do. If I went to your Facebook right now, I hope I see that on your page. Like, I hope I see you talking about stuff like that, because one of the big things, guys, like you might look at a Ruby chart and be like, how am I going to sign 3 distributors? Like, I haven't even signed 1 yet. I struggled with even signing my customers. Like, how the heck am I going to sign 3 distributors? And it's literally, I was talking to someone about this today. It's a mindset switch. So once you say to yourself, like, I recruit distributors, like I recruit teammates, I'm great at recruiting distributors, people want to come to my team, right? Like, if you start saying this to yourself every day, put a post-it note in your bathroom next to your bed, just start saying this to yourself. I promise you that once your mind starts to believe it, you're going to start doing the actions to back it up. So like Chastity was just saying, she should be having posts on her page talking about how she loves that she's able to make an extra income from her phone, and it's going to be helping with things that she normally was struggling with, right? This extra $100 bonus that she's getting this week is going to help pay for groceries. And she remembers being able to, or putting groceries on a credit card and hoping it didn't max out, right? Like, talking about things like that are really going to help people, really stick with people. Jade talks about how she used to make or do laundry in the bathtub, right? She talks about that all the time. Or she used her first paycheck to buy a gallon of milk and she didn't have to struggle to buy that gallon of milk. Whatever that is for you guys, like, what did you start for? Even if you haven't made money yet, you just started, what are you working for? And if you start talking about this in your story, right? You have your stories and your posts, 2 different ways to be talking about this. That's going to give you a total 360 of when you're talking to people. It's not an end all be all, right? Me posting every day about my story and like talking about how I work from my phone isn't like, oh, wow, okay, let me just, all the distributors come to me now. No, I'm still going to go talk to them. But when I go ask them about the business after they post for me, I host a post, right? Or when I go message someone and say, hey, would you like more information on what I do? I think you'd be great. What are they going to do first? They're going to go look at my page. They're going to go look at my stories. And if I have nothing on there with a picture of myself or my life or my family or anything about what I do, they're going to be like, what do? You post pictures of coffee every day. Is that what you do? You just sell coffee? No, we have 50 products, right? Like, no, I'm able to like have this extra income in order to pay my groceries or fill my gas tank. So think about what that is for you. And I really want you guys, especially as your distributor working on Ruby, write that down. Like, know what you're working for. If I said right now, if you had an extra $450 this month, I want you to write 30 things that I would help you buy. Like, write 30 things you could do with $450. I'm sure there's a lot of things you could do with $450, right? And you made a list of 30 things. Guess what? That list of 30 things is 30 days worth of post material on your story and on your page, right? So you have that one piece of the puzzle. Now what's the other piece? Talking to people, right? You have to actually be talking to people every day about the business, whether it's 10 conversations, 20 conversations, 30 conversations a day about the business, whether it's someone that posts for you and you ask, hey, would you be interested in more information on the business? Or you're having a conversation with someone about products, and instead of them buying the gummies from you, they're now going to start their business for only $49 more, right? Find those things in everyday conversations that you're already having that you can implement the business. And that's going to give you your 3 distributors. Do you have a spouse? Do you have a mom or a kid or someone over 18 that you can have as a distributor just to help with your promotion to Ruby? You can sign up your spouse for $49 right now, right? Help them get 6 customers. And after they get their first 6 customers within their first 30 days, you get $150 as a bonus because you're the one that helped them do it. Right.
Plus
so think about that. And the shop.
I was going to say, plus if they're your spouse, I'm loving this right now because, and I have people doing this. So you sign up your spouse for $49. You get the Skinny Brew samples that you can sell. So that's cash that you can make. When you get their first 6 customers, you get $150 cash bonus. Plus, if they're your spouse, obviously if it's your mom or somebody, they might want it. But if it's your spouse, you get another $150 shopping spree, which is bomb. And then if you get them in a week, like if you go sign those 5 LCs, that's an extra $100 bonus because of the $100 bonuses that they're doing right now. So you could make 200, you could sign them up for 50, make $250 in cash bonuses, plus you're making double commission, plus you're getting $150 in product credit. I was like, why would you not do that and come in and just like run like heck, like to get that all of that extra income for you and your family.
And I promise you, if you're doing host to post, you guys are like asking people to post for you. If you're like getting gummies host to post or coffee, whatever host to post you're getting up for products and stuff like that, if you are, you will be signing customers. So don't worry about like the customer signing part. That's something, as long as you do like 10 host to post a day, you can 100% have 6 customers by Friday. Like I already just signed one today that was in like 2 seconds from one host to post this morning.
Yeah.
So just getting host to post up, like that's going to be successful. You have to consistently do it every day. And I think if you guys like to hook that, if you're brand new today, you can 100% go Ruby by the end of the month. I had people do that last month that were brand new and they just went Ruby within their first month because they decided to do the business every day, right? You just have to work this business as a business and not as a hobby. And once you make that mindset switch that you're a business owner, right? You're not an employee waiting for hope or someone to come message you and say, how many host posts did you get up today? How many, did you post your life post? Did you post about products? Did you do this? Did you add new friends? Like no one's going to come. I mean, it'd be cool, right? It'd be cool if I check in on you and say, hey, like, what did you do for your task list today? But 9 times out of 10, people aren't really going to have the time to check in on you. So be that business owner for yourself, right? Be that accountability partner for yourself. Get the things done every day that you know will help you be successful and help you get distributors and customers, and just promote the business that you have. There's so many things you guys can do. You can make TikToks. You can go in person and talk to people. You could have a party at your friend's house. You could do a virtual online Zoom party or something. Like think outside the box. This is your business. You can do whatever you want. One for sure thing that's going to get you customers and distributors is post to post. Okay. So getting those up every day and asking everyone that posts for you about the business, you will sign customers and distributors. I promise you. You just have to do. You have to do more of it. You can't do 3 and expect you to be like get 3 distributors right away from those 3 people you ask. No, you need to ask like 20. Ask like 100. If you ask 100 people in the next couple of days about the business, I bet you $1 million you will have someone that signs up. Bet you. You have to actually do it.
And I think that's the other, sorry, not to interrupt you, but I think that's the other thing too, like, especially for our new distributors and maybe even just people who quote unquote feel like they're like struggling to get up the host to post or do the things, or like I just saw a couple of people that were like, you know, the market that I have right now is not receptive. I know I've had new distributors come in and say like there's thousands for all this stuff. It's like, you guys, we give you this daily task list. If you're on my team, you know we have something called the KISS list, which means every single day you're making live posts, simple product posts, getting up host to posts, and then you're doing your follow-ups every single day. Well, that's the keep it simple system, this KISS system that we've come up with is not a maximum. Like you shouldn't just do that and then like done for the day if you're not getting the results that you're wanting. If you're not if what you're doing every single day and you're not enrolling customers, you're not enrolling distributors, you're not, or maybe you focus on leads. Maybe you're like, okay, my goal is to every single day find 10 new people who are like legit interested in the products or the business. I think that's a great goal. That takes the pressure off of you to like nab the enrollment, especially if you're new. If you can just focus on, like Courtney said, every single day you're going to find 10 people to post for you at least. From those 10 people, you're going to ask them about the business. From their posts, you're going to be gaining, whether they do the giveaway post and you're just gaining new friends so they come to your wall, or you're having them post about the products. And that's going to help you that's going to help people be interested in the product, whatever you're doing. My point is, if you're doing all of the things and you're not getting the results that you want, start to think outside the box. Like Courtney just said, like if you're like, look, I am doing 10 host to post a day. I am doing my follow-ups every day. I am doing my live posts every day, but maybe you've been in for 2 or 3 weeks and you haven't signed a customer. You haven't enrolled a new distributor. Can you make a TikTok? Can you go live? Can you host a party? Can you call somebody who you haven't asked to support you yet, who's part of your family or your friend group? Don't just look at this quote unquote 6 list, daily list and think, obviously that is the core. Those are the basics. Doing your posts, getting up your host to post, doing your follow-ups, doing your personal development. Those are like the key, like the building blocks of your business. But also, if you want to double promote and go Ruby in the next 25 days, you're going to have to put a little oomph in it. Where it says to message 50 extra people, if you message 50 people and you still didn't get up 10 host to posts today, maybe you got to send 25 more. Maybe you got to send 50 more. Like, don't cap yourself and then just think that Ruby will fall out of the sky for you. Because depending on your network, depending on how long you've been in the business, depending on your consistency, depending on who the people are that you enroll to bring onto your team, not all of them are going to work and stay, you guys. That's just the truth of this. That's the truth of any profession. Anyone ever worked in restaurants? I used to work in restaurants. It was like every other day we had someone quit and someone new join the team, like join the restaurant, right? It's not just an it works thing, it's an everywhere thing. So sometimes you're gonna have people who you enroll as a distributor and then they don't want to do the business anymore. Sometimes you're gonna enroll customers and 3 days later they'll message you and be like, sorry, I need a refund. Like, you're gonna come up against these things. So double down and do more. And it's kind of like, just decide that you're a business owner, that this is a business, that you're not going to allow your feelings to override what you're doing for your business. Do the core stuff every day and then put a little oomph in it. Like, that's what Jade says. Like, do more. If you're not seeing what you want to have happen in your business, even when you're brand new, do more. Sometimes it is a timing thing, right? If you're a brand new distributor, you've never been posting on Facebook, you've got like 100 Facebook friends, yeah, you're gonna have to like go faster than somebody like me who's been building for 6 years and like has this audience already, and I can just like make a post and get comments on it. Maybe that's not you and your business right now. That doesn't mean that you can't. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that you're gonna have to pull out a little extra oomph in it because of where you are in the business. So I can post it. It's literally what I just said though. It's not, this is my whole point. I'm happy to share our KISS list with anybody who wants to see it, but it's not about the list. The list is the same thing that Jade teaches. It's the same thing that Courtney teaches. It's just my team's little like catchy, like keep it simple, like whatever. Life posts, it's simple product posts, it's personal development, it's 10 hosts to post a day, and it's follow-ups. But it's not special. It's not this like everyone wants to know, like, what's the message I need to send out to go Ruby? What's the post I need to make to go Ruby? It's like, it's not one. Kristen's like laughing because Kristen's one of the ones who went Ruby this last month, right? And she went Ruby super fast, so awesome. She's like laughing at me because she knows that I'm right. She's like, you come in and you're like, okay, so what message do I need to send to go Ruby? And you're like, it's not a message. It's the daily consistent actions, talking to as many people as possible, staying positive, saying your affirmations, treating your business like a business. It's not just like this magic wand that like all of a sudden it all works out. It's the daily consistent action. So absolutely. Okay, Courtney. So somebody wants to go Ruby this month. They are, so let's talk specifically about distributors. So you talked about life posts. You talked about writing down those things that you would do with an extra $300 to $500 a month and how much it's going to impact you. You talked about asking people for host to post. Anything else when it comes to enrolling distributors?
Yeah. So like you were just saying about like the posting, it's not like a secret message. You guys can go to me and Hope's like Facebook pages and totally use the ideas that we post every day and we talk about on our stories. But the secret sauce for yourself is to tweak it to fit you. Start writing your own life posts. Like you guys can 100% copy and paste all day long. But guess what? When that person joins your team, if you're copying and pasting my posts, then you're just going to get someone that's wanting to join someone that's me, right? You know what I mean? So make them join someone that's you, like you. What do you have to offer, right? You're a busy mom, and then you're going to recruit other moms when you talk about your busy lifestyle that you have. You're running your kid to soccer practice, but you're able to sit in the stands and work a business from your phone and make that extra income, right? Or you're in school and you're doing online classes right now at nighttime, but you love how you can take a break from studying to talk to some people about health and wellness products, right? Just if you start implementing that stuff into your daily talk, into your conversations, into your posts, into your stories, you're going to 100% start finding more people that want to be on your team because you're actually being authentic to yourself. So if I go on all your pages right now, all 39 of you, I hope I see pictures of you. I hope I know what you look like, right? Like I hope I scroll back and start seeing some things about your family and your life and how you have a business to offer the world. The best product we have, like Cami always says, is our business. The best product we have is our business. So if you guys start talking about that every single day, you will 100% recruit distributors. To go Ruby, you do need teammates, right? No matter what, you need 3 distributors. You can have more, of course, but you do need those 3. So when I told you to make a list of those $450, like things you would do with that, that's because as an added bonus, the company will give you that $150 cash when you help a new distributor start the business and get 6 customers in their first 30 days. We call it a fast start bonus. You get that just as a reward to help someone else make a paycheck, right? That's amazing. So you won't make any income off of that person signing up. Otherwise we'd be a scam. But you make an income once you help them make money. So literally someone that joins your team, they should know that you're going to do everything in your power to help them get those customers, right? Because you want to help them get that paycheck. You want to help them get that paycheck and you get rewarded with that bonus that's paid out the next week. So what could you do with next Thursday getting an email saying you have $450 deposited into your account, right? Sign 3 distributors tonight and then help them get their customers by Friday. They'll get that extra money that they're getting for right now for July, and you'll also get those bonuses for them, okay? So that will be helpful on the way to Ruby. And I want you to think about this. This is what I've been like telling a lot of my new girls who are working on it. I like to break stuff down because I don't want to look at 2,000 GV that I need, 2,000 in volume. And I'll back this up for one quick second. Every product we have has a volume associated with it. So if you sold a 15 pack of Skinny Brew, it'd be 40 BV, right? If you sold a bottle of gummies, it would be 30 BV. And you can go into your eSuite on the orders tab and actually see every single product that we have and the BV associated with it. If you sold 2 gummies, right? I don't do the pick 2, so it would be 60 BV for my people. It could be 45 if you do a pick 2 deal, it's totally fine. But the BV associated with every product helps your volume. So you want to make sure as you're having these conversations and as you're training new distributors, helping new distributors come into this business, that you are, whenever you're talking to someone about a product, you have to upsell, guys. Don't be afraid to upsell. Like if you want to promote to any rank, you need to start upselling, okay? And what I mean by that is if someone you're having a conversation wants a bottle of gummies, before you get them to check out, you better be saying you found a really awesome deal to add on a bottle of Confianza for $35 or a whole month of coffee for $79, right? Do you want to add this for your first month? It's an upsell. The worst someone can say at that point is no, they're already ordering from you. They're literally already ordering from you. So why not give them more products to amplify their results? And you're going to increase your paycheck. More volume, more money, okay? So bigger orders, bigger money. I want you guys to write a 2 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Higher volume orders, higher paycheck.
If you, and I'm totally down to I don't know if I can get it like on like in the chat, but anybody who wants wants it, we have an upsell. We call it our unicorn upsell, and I send it right before I send them the link or put the order in for them. And so I'm going to send it in my team chat, and then if anyone else wants it, I can make sure you get it. But it's literally the easiest thing. Okay, when I was entering your order, a few unicorn offers popped up. It's super limited and a huge deal. 1, you can get the toning and firming wraps for only $49. 2, you can add the carb blocker. So I have a bunch of products that I don't normally sell, like quote unquote sell. So I sell a lot of coffee, I sell a lot of TFX, I sell a lot of gummies. And so this is the carb control, the cleanse, the hair, skin, nails, the Confianza, and the amount of times that people yeah, give me a cleanse. Yeah, give me a carb blocker. Yeah, give me a Confianza. Yeah, I want to try the wraps. And that's an extra 27 to possibly 40 volume. That adds up, and it's actually fun. It's funny that you brought that up, Courtney, because every time I see someone who's enrolling a ton of customers, it's always so exciting. But then when I see they're all 30 BV, I'm like, dang, like imagine if that every one of those orders would have been 60, or imagine if every one of those orders would have been 90, and how much closer they would be to their goals and how much more sales volume their team would have. So make sure you're using these little, I actually use Courtney's script for the gummies where it asks if they want to upgrade from 1 bottle of gummies to 2 because they're yummy and you get better results. Like make sure that you're sending that. Don't be afraid to send it because you're like, oh, what if they say no? Like they're already buying something from you. They're just saying no to buying extra from you. And a 30 BV customer, if with these $100 bonuses, I'm like, if you just want to buy gummies, come on down. I would like to make a $100 bonus. That's totally fine. But make sure you're giving the option. That's going to help you hit your goal so much faster, getting more volume with every single order.
Yeah. So exactly on that same point, guys, Hope, can you share your Ruby chart again screen?
Yeah.
So when you guys are looking at the Ruby chart, right, and you have those 3 people in those boxes, right? Each box is a distributor. Qualified leg, if you see those little asterisks next to it, there's something at the bottom of the chart that explains it, but it's 400 volume. So what we were just talking about, 1 qualified leg needs 400 in volume. So if you have your husband, right, you put him in that first box. Now your husband, you're going to help him get his first 6 customers. Okay. And each customer is an upsell. So each customer is at least 70 BV, right? At least 70 BV is going, well, it's 66, I think it needs to be at least, but at least 66 to 70 BV order would bring that box over 400 when you're working on those 6 customers, right? 6 times 70, do the math, right? That would be right there. That would fill that box. Is it 420?
So first you enroll your husband. My husband's name's Tyler. Okay, so then let's say I get Courtney on my team. Now I have this other box full. And then I'm just going to pick another name. We'll say Mariah because she's on my front screen. And that's how. And then your chart is full. So then it would be getting all 3 of these people to 400 volume. Yeah. So how many did you just say this, Courtney? So how many?
Let's pretend that we sold a month's supply of coffee and a bottle of gummies. That would be 84 BV. Okay. So we had 84 BV orders, guys. You upsold. You were doing coffee or you're doing gummies, and then you upsold, right? And you got an 84 BV order, and we times that by 6 customers. That would make each box 504.
Don't mind my terrible handwriting with my pen.
504. No,
so you have 504, 504, 504. That's 15, 12.
Yep.
They're all up over 400, and then if you are also getting your 6 customers with BV, then you have 20. How much is that? You would have 2,000. We're so bad at math. This is why we sell wraps, you guys. 2016. Yep. Yeah. So then so this is 6 customers with 84 BV each.
Yep.
So
month supply of coffee and gummies. Yep.
And that's only 6 customers each, you guys, versus if you get 30 BV, if you only got 30, like this is the game changer with the upselling. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up my calculator too, because if you do 2,000 divided by 30, you got to get 67 orders. You have to get 67 customers if you're just going off of 30 volume orders. And some of our products, like the greens and hair, skin, nails, are like 27 or 28 volume. So if you're selling a bunch of hair, skin, nails, like, but you're not upselling to anything else, you're not going to have a good time. Like, you're going to have to get 70 customers just to hit 2,000 volume. But if you have, but even if you just do 60 volume, let's say you're selling the crap out of pick threes, that's 34 orders. That's already so many less customers. That's half as many customers. So then if you divide by 84, that's 24 orders. You only need 24 orders to go Ruby if they're big orders. And now all of a sudden that doesn't seem so scary, right? I mean, like maybe that still seems like a really big number to you to get 25 orders, but it's a lot better than 70, right? Like you're gonna feel a lot better about getting 70 orders in a month, 24 orders in a month than 70 orders in a month. And
drop a 3, guys, if you're like totally caught up in understanding what me and Hope are talking about.
Yeah, drop a 3 if you're like, I got this, I'm going Ruby.
That's what I meant. I was like, we didn't lose you, right, with numbers. Sometimes
we're here. Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So think about that, right? Like Hope was just saying, that's how we divide it on our team. Like that's how we talk about charting. Like if you need 1,500 more to go Ruby, that you would divide it by how many orders you normally do. If you do 60,
yeah, so I always do quote unquote small orders and then big orders. So I divide the number that I need by 30, and that's how many small orders I need. But then I also divide it by 60, and that's how many big orders I need. And so then that helps me kind of gauge, like every time I get an order with one product versus every time I get an order with 2 or 3 products, and what my goal is. And there's something about, does anyone else get so excited like counting things down? I know my girl Jillian makes these spreads for herself, and she likes to color in the boxes. Like, so she makes herself like, well, she's like, okay, I need 130 whatever orders, and she gets it all on like graph paper, and then every single time she gets an order or an extra order comes in, she's coloring in the box. And how good is that going to feel, you guys, every single day when you're like checking on, like, got my customer, got my order, got my 84 volume that I need to get today. If we think about it this way, it's the 6th of the month. If you get one 84 volume customer every single day between now and the end of the month, you will go Ruby. And you need 3 distributors. You can't forget that part. But in terms of sales, and that's if you have 0 volume and are brand new. A lot of you who are on this Zoom are way closer than that, and you already have customers and distributors on your team. So think about it like that, like one big order every single day between now and the end of the month to get you that $300 to $500 paycheck that you're looking for. It doesn't seem so overwhelming that way. Okay, so life posting, talking about the things that are important to you, why you're doing this business. That's how you're going to be able to connect with people. Getting up your host to post so that you're connecting with brand new people that you can offer the products in the business to every single day. Can we talk a little bit about follow-up? Can we talk a little bit about how, like, so you guys, we're like, I keep saying it, but it's only the 6th. Sometimes I get so jazzed, it already feels like it's month end. Does anyone get like that? It's like the 7th and I'm like, we have like 3 days left. But it's still only literally the 6th. And so there's going to be some people, like Courtney said, you're going to put up a host to post today, and maybe you get a customer from that host to post today. Totally could happen. Maybe you get 10 host to post today and you get 10 brand new potential loyal customers, but they're not ready to order yet. Don't miss out on that. So talk a little bit about that, Courtney. What's your follow-up system like, and how do you teach your new distributors to follow up?
Yeah, definitely. It's like the biggest thing, guys, especially if you're signing distributors. Okay. So signing customers, of course, you're going to be following up, and 9 times out of 10 customers are way easier to sign than distributors, just because distributors require a little more like little more attention, a little more personalization to get them to sign up, because it's a business. They're starting. They're literally putting their social security number in on a website. So it's a bigger deal than them just buying a product from you. Okay. So no matter what, the follow-up game is going to be like your number one thing. And I want to say one thing real quick before I forget, but just like Hope was just saying, if you had those orders like before the end of the month, like 1 order a day, let me get 1 order a day, right? Act like every day is the last day of the month. I want you guys to also set a goal for yourself. So if you don't have a Ruby chart actually printed out, and you're looking at the 3 distributors that you need, those boxes, do that. Like tonight, print out a Ruby chart, or even draw it on paper. If you don't have a printer, it's totally fine. Jade didn't have a printer until Double Diamond, she said. So literally draw 3 boxes on your planner, on your chart, and like already think about those people that are going to sign up. And I really want all of you on here, all 39 of you, to have 3 people on your team by Friday. Okay, so set that goal by this Friday. Friday's payday. That's going to be the best part of our follow-up, right? By Friday, I'm going to have 3 distributors and be charted for Ruby. I'm going to be charted for the promotion that I want. And then I really want you guys, to everything you're learning tonight, help these 3 people do. Like once I talk about follow-ups too, help these 3 new teammates that join you do the same thing, get customers and follow up and all these good things, posts every day, show up for their business, right? All you have to do is duplicate. After you sign them, you have to just duplicate. So that requires you to become that leader. If you're not Ruby yet, but you want to be, start acting like the Ruby leader. So when you have a new distributor join your team, maybe if you see they're not posting for a couple days, be like, hey, here's a post I did that I got really great hits on. Let me help you do this too. Okay. So become that leader that you want to be before you actually you are it. So let's go right into follow-up. So follow-up is the biggest and most important thing that you will ever do in your business. 100%. You need to start keeping a list, right, on your computer, in a planner, on a notebook of your potential customers and your potential distributors, because you're going to have people who say they're going to sign up on Friday, right? Or they say, oh, let me think about it. Or they say, I don't have the money right now, right? Like things like those things you probably have heard. But if you haven't followed up with them when they say they're going to order, or even maybe that Friday coming up, they haven't got back to you after pricing, then guess what? That idea of the product or the business is totally in their mind, and they're probably interested, right? Because who wouldn't be? But the next person that goes and messages them is going to get them as a customer or get them as a distributor because you forgot to go message them again. Okay. So maybe today you're talking to someone about the business, and then the conversation went dry, or they said, oh, I'm not sure still, right? Are you just going to let them go and wait for them to come back to you? Heck no. I was going to say,
because not to be like saucy, but like if you don't, like I will. Like not like I don't mean like I want to take your people, but like if I cannot tell you guys how many times I have signed a customer or signed a distributor who were like, oh yeah, I was talking about somebody about this one time, but I don't even like remember what their name was and they never got back with me. So like now I'm gonna buy gummies from you. And I'm like, dude, I just sniped this customer from somebody just because they didn't follow up. I didn't even have to do, you're doing the work for someone else when you don't follow up. You're just doing the work so that someone else can get the sale or the distributor out of it, who's being consistent and who's being persistent in their following up. So that's, I didn't, not to be like sassy, but like if you don't do it, another It Works distributor will come along and do it. So don't get them off of your list. And that being said, I think we have all, and by we all, I mean those of us who've been in for a long time, not followed up with somebody and watched them join somebody else. It's the worst feeling, you guys. I had a girl, I'd been talking to her for like quite a few weeks from a host to post, and all of a sudden I see her make like a gummies post. I was like, dang, like, and I hadn't followed up in like 3 weeks. Someone else came in and was like, hey, I got a code for half off. You want it? And she was like, heck yeah. I can't be mad at myself. I can't be mad at her. I can only be mad at myself for that. So do not think that, oh, my following up is annoying, or, oh, they must just not be interested anymore. No, it's a seed planted in their mind. You have to water it, and you have to be consistent, and you have to be ready and willing when they're ready and willing, and to keep showing up for that.
Yeah, Samantha, that's exactly what we're talking about.
No,
that is
100%.
literally exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. So it's the same thing. You'll see it often, right? But then you'll really buckle down on your follow-up game once you realize that happens. You're like, oh crap, I should have asked that person. Or you were too afraid to even ask that person to begin with, right? So don't be afraid, guys. It's social media. You send a message. If they don't answer you, it's not the end of the world. If they say no, who cares? Celebrate it, right? Like if you celebrate all your no's along the way, you're just going to be so much more excited when you get that yes. A lot of times, right? Like 99% of people will quit their business because they hear the word no. And I think the numbers, like it's a weird statistic, but it goes up even more for women. So if you're a woman in this business, when you hear the word no, you really don't like it. Okay. Like, of course, we hate hearing the word no, but you have to get over that, especially if someone's not ready right now for this business or their products. That doesn't mean they will never be. Okay. A no is just a not right now. So guess what? If you were talking to someone about the gummies or the coffee or whatever product and they're not ready to buy, did you go back and offer them the business? Did you go follow up saying, hey, I have an opening on my team. I'd love to give you more information if you would like to hear it from, like, you hear a couple things about my business and see if it's a fit for you, right? Or if you were talking to someone about the business, have you gone and followed up with them and asked them about the products? Hey, maybe you're not ready to jump in this business right now. Maybe I can give you some details on some of the challenges I have going on for health and wellness, right? So these things you guys can always alter. Jade calls it infinity follow-up, but basically no matter what, once you have a conversation with someone, it's a lead. You're going to either get a distributor out of it, you're going to get a customer out of that conversation, or you're going to get them to host a post for you. And then you're going to start signing people from their friends lists. Okay. So every single conversation you have in this business has to have an intention of one of those things, literally one of those things. Even selling a sample, we'll add that in there too, right? 4 different methods that you can have that one lead. They don't have to be categorized into a customer only forever, right? No, you want to actually be making sure that you're giving them all those different options of your follow-up game. So if someone didn't answer you today about the gummies after the pricing, in a couple of days, I want you to guys go message them and ask them about the business opportunity. They don't answer that. Maybe next week, send them a message saying you have a spot for your samples, right? Like coffee samples, and you can make some cash. Or maybe next week say, hey, did you get entered into my giveaway yet? So just think about every conversation that you have is a lead. What I was saying before too, is that I saw this makeup on Instagram that I really wanted to try. And I was talking to this girl about it, and I literally do not remember her Instagram name at all. And then I saw it again. And then this girl, I actually reached out to this one girl about trying products for myself. And she wanted to do like a little exchange where I buy products, she buys products for me. And I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to try that makeup. And the person I was talking to about it before never followed up with me. So I literally have no idea still what their Instagram handle is. It was like mom something mom. Like, I don't have no idea, but she lost a sale and I went and bought from somebody else literally like 2 weeks later because someone else asked me. So the same thing for you guys in your business. People want the gummies. People want the products. If we have something else coming up in maybe the next month or so, I don't know, people are going to want it, right? Like people are going to want these products. The gummies were a top hit. Every product we've launched has been like a really
every product
major
that
seller.
we've launched has gone better than the last product that we launched. Like when we launched Thermofy X, you guys, we literally broke It Works. Like there was weeks of delays. And then we did the same thing with the gummies, even worse. And like Courtney said, we may or may not be also getting something new in the middle of this month. And so and that's another thing for you to follow up with. You guys, I've been doing this business for almost 6 years. Every single time there is a promo code deal, which if you have conference tickets right now, you have codes to help people get started for half off. We launch a new product or we have new bonuses happening, like these $100 bonuses. These are all things you can use as a follow-up. Hey, I know we were talking about this before. By the way, we just launched a brand new product, XYZ details. Is that something you'd be interested in trying? I have gotten so many customers for the gummies, but I didn't talk to them about the gummies. We've been talking about the wraps since 2019, but then the gummies came out and they were like, yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to try that. So it's just what Courtney said. It's the infinity follow-up. You don't get to decide what they're interested in. You just get to offer it over and over again. Now, all of that being said, Courtney said, you're gonna hear no, but no or no thank you just means not right now. For me personally, when someone says no, thank you, I say, thank you so much for getting back to me. Can I keep you on my list? Can I keep you on my list? If they don't say anything, they stay on the list. But it gives them an opportunity to say, no, you know what, please take me off your list. And if they say that, then I do, but I don't just unfriend them either. Like, I just am not going to follow up with them incessantly, because then they're still going to have access to my stories and my posts and things like that. So don't think no thanks means like, that's it, I've got to unfriend them, like we're done here. It just means that like right now they're not open to this. And I heard this from Ashley Sinclair. I think it might have even been at conference. Ashley Sinclair is an ambassador in our company. And she said, there's 2 reasons that people that say no. say no to committing to the products or say no to the opportunity. Number one is they don't understand the value of it, which is something you can fix. You can share results photos. You can share testimonies for the products or the business. You can share what it's doing for you and what you love about it. But the second reason is they're not at a place in their life to need the value of the products or the business. But if they say statistically about every 6 months, people go through some kind of major life change, they move, they have a new baby, somebody passes away, they lose their job, any number of things, right? And that is going to change their perspective. And now maybe they are ready. And they're so grateful that you were like gracious and friendly and respectful and you're still out here doing your thing, that they are going to come back to you. Yes, Alana is my brand new distributor and she's on here and I'm so excited because she was a no person, but I'm so glad that she changed her mind and that she joined us. She's going to do so good because it's such an awesome opportunity. So it just happens. You never know when it's going to be someone's time to join. Don't quit before they are ready. Like, don't give up on them before they're ready. And I also can't tell you guys how many times I've received messages from people who are still on the team and people who like buy the product stuff who say, thank you for staying consistent. Thank you for staying following up with me. Thank you for waiting until I was ready to turn my no into a yes. And they're grateful for that because this business is a huge blessing. So I think we don't have too much left. Do you want to just end with some really crucial mindset stuff? We talked a little bit about personal development in the beginning, but let's kind of close it out with that.
Yeah, and I want to give you guys some action items too, because I feel like it'll be doing every day. Like, if I ask right now, guys, like, put in the chat, what book are you reading? What and if you didn't do anything today, personal development, be honest, please. My internet.
I think I was just about to text you. It's a little glitchy. But my laptop was also doing a weird thing, so hopefully they don't lose both of us at once.
Okay, so yeah, what did you guys, could you hear me? Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you guys do today for personal development? Put in the chat. If you did not do anything for personal development, be honest. Podcast, audiobook, Imposter Syndrome, Don Maxwell. Yep, 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth. I love that book. Yep, okay. And if you did anyone not do anything today for personal development? Be honest. No one's going to tell me if they did not. But anyway, it's something that you just have to do every day if you want to be successful in anything that you do in life, whether it's your business, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your faith, whether it's anything, right? Your finances, anything. As long as you are doing something to grow your mind, that's the only way you're going to grow your bank account. Okay? You have to actually be growing your mind and having the mindset. Exactly. Oh, perfect, guys. I love these. Having that mindset that you will be Ruby and you will you are recruiting distributors and you do sign customers every day and you feel amazing when you do it, right? You feel awesome when you get that paycheck. When that $450 is deposited into your account for signing 3 teammates and helping them, you're going to feel absolutely incredible. And think about that feeling every day and make sure you're doing the stuff in the chat right now is popping. Okay, so go into the chat right now and find some ideas, find that podcast, find that book that someone else is reading that's successful in this business, right? And go do what they're doing. Go do what they're doing. Go ask a top leader what they're currently reading or a podcast, right? People are so nice in this company. You can go ask anybody. Go ask Hope. Like, go to Hope's podcast, right? You can go actually listen to Hope on her podcast, and that's going to really, really help. So having that mindset every single day is going to be crucial. I also want to give you guys some tangible things that you can go do tonight to start getting the ball rolling, okay? So if you're working on going Ruby in this Zoom right now, how many distributors do you currently need to be charted for it? Do you need 1 more? Do you need 2 more? Do you need 3? All 3? Can you guys tell me? 1 more. I need 3. I need 3. 1 more. I need 3. 3. All right, we got 1 and 3. 1 and 3s are like thing right now. Okay, cool.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's like fairly typical. Like, you either have like a couple of people on your team or you don't have anyone on your team. It happens.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 1, 3. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, guys. So if you're not utilizing Jade's VIP lounge, I would definitely try to utilize it because it's, for me, it's not just something where people watch videos. Like, I don't wait for people to watch the videos in there at all. Like, I still have the conversation with them. But when I talk to someone about the business, I'm personal, right? I talk to them about the business. I try to relate to them if they're a busy full-time employee, a busy mom, a busy whatever there is, find out more about them. And then also like try to bring that into that conversation, right? So try to find something that you can relate to the person that you're talking to. It's an objection, right? We find the objection before they even say it. And then I literally add them into the VIP lounge in between my conversation. And then I go right into pricing to get started. Okay. That's my normal conversation with someone about the business. And it helps my follow-up game with distributors a lot. So I just signed a distributor literally while we were on the Zoom. And it was because I sent this message from the people in the VIP lounge. I went to the VIP lounge because if you guys utilize this, you can do it too. But if you don't, start doing it. You can go into the people that are in the page, the members, and you can see all the ones that are your friends. I know all those people that are my friends that are not in the business with us, that they're my potentials. Like I literally can just start going down, messaging 20 at a time so I don't get blocked, a message. And this is what I sent at the end of last month. It's long, but it worked. And she just signed up today. She gave me a date of today to sign up at the end of last month. And that was just a follow-up that I sent to people in the VIP lounge or someone I talked to about the business before. Okay.
I'm going to copy and paste this into our group chat, guys, for those of you who are in my downline. And then I also just wanted to say, if you're in my downline, you can use the VIP lounge and you can also use our Beauty Works page. So we have like a group page that we use, but it's the same thing. We do opportunity events where there's videos. We share like business testimonies. There's like question and answer stuff like that. So it's the same idea, putting all of your potentials in one place. If you want to use the VIP lounge, you totally can. We're all in Jade Hooper's downline. If you want me to make sure that you're added to that page and you want to use that, like Courtney said, she's having great success with that. That's awesome. But you can use our Beauty Works page as well. And then, yeah, I'm going to send this. This is a great follow-up. Oh, and Samantha already beat me to it because she's bomb. So yeah, the follow-up is in the team.
Yeah. And guys, like this is just something that you can 100% just start sending to your follow-ups right now. If you don't have any follow-ups, because I know some people are probably going to be like, I just started, or I haven't even talked to people about the business because I've been scared.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to work, right?
Right.
Do host to post, and after they post for you, ask them about the business. Not only that, guys, that's just one thing you can do. You don't have to wait around for your host to post to get up to be asking people about the business. I literally go onto Instagram or onto Facebook Messenger and I send messages because why not? I don't care. Mark said before, make an ask out of yourself. I know that this business could literally change someone's life because it's changed mine, right? Or if you're brand new and you're working on it changing your life, you know it's changed Hope's or mine or whoever's team that you're on, right? And you can see that this has something to offer the world. So why not ask people? So here's a message that I send out on Instagram or Facebook. And I want you guys to be able to do the same thing for products too. And here's a really great product message too. So those two messages, that's the distributor one and a customer one. Last night I signed a girl on Instagram. I actually sent her the second message, the product message, and she didn't have the money to buy the products. And then I said, oh, no worries. Would you like information about what I do? I'm making an income while trying products. She said, yes. I told her everything. She signed up, right? She's in Canada. She's already killing it. I Zoomed with her this morning. She's already getting host to post up and she's had people that are interested in the products, but it wouldn't have happened if I didn't send the message last night before I went to bed.
Right.
So,
well, and I think also too, it's so many of you are getting so discouraged when you send the product message and you get the no, or the I can't afford it, or the I don't think so, or whatever. And all Courtney did was just keep the conversation going. Oh, okay, for sure. Could I give you more information about making money since you're saying you don't have any? And she was open to that. Now she could have said no again. Obviously that happens, but so many of you are not. You're not even, after they say no, you're just saying, okay, thanks. And you're just leaving it. Sometimes also, if I'm like struggling with host to post and stuff, if they say no, I have a message. Let me see if I can get it onto the Zoom. I send a message that's just like, sure, like, thanks so much for letting me know. Here it is. Sure, love, if you're not interested for yourself, maybe you'd like to help me out. I have a post you could put up to help me spread the word. I would appreciate it so much, and I can enter you into our giveaway. No worries if not, but I had to ask. And this helps me get up posts too, because a lot of times people, even if they're not ready to buy products or order or whatever, they will put up a host to post for you. Make them put up a giveaway post so that you can add their friends and family and get them on your page and be able to talk to them about the products and the business. So there's just so many ways to, the point of all of me saying all of this is that there's always a way to keep the conversation going. there's always the way to ask another question so that you can keep the conversation going. And that's going to help instill trust in you for them. So even if the answer is no, that doesn't mean the conversation is over. Ask things like, oh, okay, sure. Can I ask why not? Can I ask why not? Sometimes they answer, sometimes they don't, like it does, like it's okay. But I'm doing myself a disservice if I'm not asking. Okay, sure. Can I keep you on my list for next time? Sure. By the way, can I ask why you're not interested right now, or what, or if it's a follow-up and they say no, I say, oh, okay, well, what changed your mind? Sometimes I'll even say this, you were so excited when we were talking last week, what happened? And that gives me that layer of like genuine human connection where I'm not just like, okay, you don't want to buy from me, bye. Okay, you don't want to join my team right now, bye. That is like most people are so worried about being pushy with the follow-up and pushy with the conversation that they don't realize that when you dip after they say no thank you, then the vibe they get is, oh, she really did just see me as a sale. Oh, she really did just see me as somebody to get on her team. She didn't see me as a person. But if you're like, oh my gosh, no worries, girl, for sure. Can I ask what changed your mind? Then they're like, oh, she still wants to talk to me. Like she still wants to have a conversation. She still wants to have this relationship with me. It's the same thing when people say like that they don't want to cold message people, right? It's like, well, I don't want somebody to message me and pretend to be my friend and then ask me to buy products either. Like that seems even shadier to me than getting the ask out of the way first. So let's shift the way that you guys are thinking about these conversations and these relationships that you're building, and it will help a lot.
I was saying, how many times do you get an email saying, like from Target.com saying you left an item in your cart?
Like you're gonna buy it?
Do you not shop at Target? Yeah. Do you not shop there ever again? No. Yeah.
You're like, Target's just so pushy. I hate them. I'm never going back. No, you went to Target the next day and picked up what you were going to pick up originally. So be a business. And this is something that I've been dealing with this week because I haven't been feeling my best this week. And it's that obviously most of us on here are women. A lot of people who are on our teams are women, and we are very emotional, and we do have a lot of feelings, and feelings are valid, but feelings are also just, they come and go, so don't work your business based on how you feel. I'm not saying you're not valid for what you're feeling if you're feeling frustrated or tired or angry or sensitive or whatever it may be, but you don't work a business that way. Target doesn't open or close based on how they feel. Like Amazon doesn't shut down the website because Jeff Bezos is like having a bad day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to have that business owner mindset, have the systems and the support in place to where you can keep going regardless of how hearing no or someone not supporting you or feeling like you should be farther than you are makes you feel. Feelings are valid, but they're also not the capital T truth like reality of what's really happening. So yeah, feelings are temporary. They come in and they go, and they come in and they go, especially if they're women. Like I'm happy one minute, too hungry the next. Like it's just the way that we roll. But I don't stop doing what I need to do every single day, because and Mariah just hit the nail on the head. Feelings aren't facts. They're real, they're valid. I'll never tell someone not to feel what they're feeling, but it doesn't mean that it's fact. Just because you feel right now like your inbox is dry and everyone's saying no doesn't mean that no one's interested. Like it's just a feeling that you're having. So yes, I love that. I love that. Go for the no. I love Jessie Lee. I love her. If you guys need some freaking fire personal development, you can go look up her podcast. I'll type it in the chat. But I think that's about it. I can't believe it's already been an hour. Anything else you want to leave us with, Courtney?
Yeah, you guys just have to have a plan. So if you're claiming Ruby this month, right? Whatever your promotion is that you're claiming, say it. Like in the chat, I want you to say, I am Ruby July 2021. I am Emerald. I am Diamond 2021. July 2021. Claim it for the month, not for the year. This month. Yes, I am Ruby July 2021. Exactly. So saying these things, right? Go write that on the top of your planner. Go print out a Ruby chart or make those 4 boxes. If you already have some distributors to fill those boxes, put those people's names in there, okay? And then figure out what their orders are going to be that month. And then if you need to get the distributors, do it by Friday. Like have a goal. Don't do it by the end of the month, right? You want to go Ruby this month, so you want to get your distributors as fast as possible to get charted for it. So do that by Friday. Set your goal for that and go ask people. right? If you need to get more hosts to post up this week just to ask more people, or if you need to go on Instagram and send messages, because Instagram, you can actually send messages. You don't have to actually be friends with them like on Facebook. You can send messages to literally anyone on Instagram. If you need to go send 50 every night before you go to bed about asking people to be a rep, do it. Like there's nothing that's gonna there's no hard work that you're going to put in this month or right now when you're claiming a promotion that you're going to regret later, right? Just because instead of Friday night you didn't go out to the bar with your friends or go out to dinner with your spouse, instead you stayed at home and worked your business because you had a full day of work at your full-time job and you knew it was the only time you could sit down and do this business, right? Instead of doing that, you're never going to look back and regret that work that you did. When I was going diamond, I literally didn't go out. I ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that month. Ask Brett. I ate literally peanut butter and jelly like every single day when he made them for me. Yeah. When I was going diamond, because I didn't have time to even think about food. I was talking to people. I didn't do 10 hosts to post. I did 50. Like, you know what I mean? I just aimed as high as I freaking could because I really wanted that promotion. So there's nothing stopping you from going Ruby. If you just have to send a little bit more messages, do a little bit more work in the meantime to get there, it's going to be so worth it when you see that paycheck and you're starting to pay down that debt, or you're getting that extra income, or you're building a forever income with your family, right? We get paid every single month for one customer is at least 3 months. Yes. So the work that you did to get that one customer today or that one distributor today, it's going to start paying you residually for the next like year.
Yeah.
So think about that shit.
And that's really where the sweet spot of your mindset and of your determination is, where you know what your goal is by the end of the month. And at the end of the month, you are either going to have made that goal or you are going to have left it all on the table. There was not one more message you could send. There was not one more follow-up you could have done. There was not one more post you could have made. And every single thing that you do between now and the end of this month only benefits you for August. So the sweet spot is having this decision and this determination that you're going Ruby this month with the longevity mindset of, I'm pushing to go Ruby this month because in 3 months, I want to be a diamond. Because in 6 months, at the end of the year, I want to be a double or a triple diamond. And knowing that everything that you do right now adds up into the next months and even into 2022. Like every single conversation you have, every single lead, every single potential is a potential until they sign up or they block you. Like it's never gonna be, you're never ever going to regret the work that you did. I do not sit around and think like, oh, like I definitely wish I wouldn't have stayed up that extra hour March 14th of 2016. Like, no, like I'm so glad that I did that because of the life that I'm able to live now, because of the team I've been able to build now. So have the mindset and the decision and the determination to make it happen this month, but then know in your heart that whatever doesn't happen this month, you can do it in August or you can do it in September. And that's going to be the sweet spot for you. So thank you so much, Courtney. This was so freaking good. I will get it uploaded to my YouTube and get the recording out to everyone soon. Happy July. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week and an amazing month. We love you all. Have a great one, guys.